Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? Is everybody okay? Okay. We're quite excited to have you come out tonight to be with us for This Is My Story. Kindly keep your phones on silent. That would be excellent. You can get onto social media, tweet, Facebook. Our hashtag is This Is My Story. We're looking forward to you having an awesome experience. I believe you will have a great experience tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my story.
Kalechi Mumo, a radio presenter, musician, actress, MC, and an entrepreneur.
You're guiding me, holding me, lifting me, loving me, guiding me, lifting me, loving me.
The amazing front runners, man. That's what's up right here on This Is My Story FM. So glad you're locked and loaded because you know what? My name's Kalechi Mumo and this is how we're doing it tonight. That's where I am, yeah? Now. But where did I start? You see, every time people look at us and think, hey, you know, these guys of Radio Mazé, they live another life. Well, I wish I could be them. It's so easy. They have it so cool. Yeah, it wasn't that easy. When the first FM station opened in this country, I knew that's where I wanted to go. We'll back a little bit, even when I was listening to VOK, if you're from that generation, I just loved the way presenters would talk after music. Plus, I loved music all along. So I knew that the moment an FM station opened, that's what I wanted. But that's not what Mr. and Mrs. Mumo wanted. Radio. What kind of a job is that? That's a joke. That's what people do for fun. That's part-time. So they were not going to have any of that. They said, you're going to go to campus where your brothers have gone. That's what you get when you're the third born after 3 boys. So off I went to USIU and I started saying, okay, no communications here at the time. What am I going to do? I looked at the thing that looks like communicating because I can't keep quiet. That's my biggest problem. I can't. So I did international relations. During that time, my mother's biggest problem was that I could not stop being involved with music, being involved with dance. I was in all the music groups you could think of. I started the dance groups. Yes, I'm a dancer. Believe. I can move. Vice away. So by the time I finished, she was just thinking, Lord, thank you. She got herself a degree in something that I can say. She will sit behind a desk, and then people can knock on her door. Her name will be on the door, happiness. Mr. and Mrs. were on board with that story, but guess what? Me, I still knew what I wanted. I said, degree. Thanks. Bye. And I left them with their degree. I did, my internship at the Turkish embassy. They liked me, but I was bored to death. They took me on after my internship for about a year, and I was so bored. I'd finished my work by 11:30, and I checked in at 9. So I was like, okay, it's international relation things, but I still know what I want. So I started sending out my demo tape, cassette, to all the FM stations. That was, at the time, Metro was called Capital. And Capital came in, and they took their name, and these guys became Metro. And I would go and look for a place to record, and it was hard and expensive to find somebody who will even give you time to record and send in these tapes. They fell on dead ears. Nobody cared. Nobody knew. And in the midst of all that, I get a call from longtime family friend, Mike Rabau of Homeboys. And he says, while you were at USIU, you used to do great things for us, organize parties. You've got to come and work for me. So I said, okay, think about it this way. If I go and work at Homeboys, who play at Capital, they can introduce me, Then I become a presenter. I'm going. So I went for this job for all of 8,000 shillings to be their manager. Mr. and Mrs. Mumo said, "You what now? You left the embassy to go where?" Oh my God, the child has lost her mind. So they tell everyone, "Oh, you better look for Kalachi a job. She's not working, she has nothing. Please, just help her find a job." So imagine this. You're walking in the supermarket, minding your own business, then you bump into Auntie so-and-so, and she says, "Oh, how have you been? Your mom told me you're still looking for a job. Any luck now?" And I'm going, "What are you talking about? I've been working for the last 8 months. What do you mean?" "But Mom said you don't have a job." They didn't think it was anything. So my plan at Homeboys was that I work there as I show them how they should teach me technical stuff so that now I can inch closer to the radio station, let me deliver your mixed CD. Let me be the one to take that there. That didn't happen. They saw me as an office person. You're great at management. Therefore, you shall sit and manage. Technical, speakers, cables, you can't carry all that. You're a girl, they said. A girl. My heart was dying. I was bleeding. So I said to myself, okay, this is not working. What next? I'm disgruntled, but I'm here. Do I give up on my 8,000 powerful Kenya shillings? Then, by luck, I had somebody come in to do an interview looking for a serious sound engineer to use our office space to do interviews. They interviewed people who've gone to MassCom, guys who've done Daystar degrees. And at the end of it, because we'd chat every day, and I say, "Oh, how was your interview? Yeah, maybe you should ask this, do that." They asked me to work for them. I didn't even know how that happened. I said, "God, you're great." "What?" They said, "Yes, we want you." I said, "But I haven't studied, I don't know." I said, "No, you carry yourself in a way that, you know what you're doing. Your boss says you've been interested in this for a while, but he's not in a position to let you do that. Do you want the job? It's all the way in Karen." I said, "Okay, let's see the place." Went and saw the place, amazing, far, but amazing. And I lived on Wayaki Way, so far. Thank God the metro shuttle started operating at that time. What did I leave for? An extra powerful 2,000 shillings, which was all of my bus fare. For the powerful 10,000, I was off to Karen, much to Mr. and Mrs. Mumo's dismay. They said, "What is this? Where is this? You've gone to work for who? Where?" "I'm Mzungu. Why? What?" They came, they saw the place. Okay, not bad. So I figured at this point, my dream for radio was over. Might as well learn how to mix stuff and be a sound engineer. The school of hard knocks was what I called it. Learn that and, carry on with life. So I did that, I trained. I moved on to Mediva, did more great work there as now a sound engineer in my own capacity. And then, by that time, we're talking 5 years deep from when I graduated. The dream of radio, for me, was over. I had sent enough demo tapes, I was tired. Until Capital had something that they were running that was called Your Radio Idols. And then my best friend, who happens to be here, told me, "You must send your CV." I said, "For what?" "Just send your CV." I said, "Why? 5 years, my voice hasn't changed. What's new? I'm not sending." She said, "Just send." In my arrogance, I sent the CV as is for a sound engineer. It has pages and pages of sound work, which is not relevant to this job. But I didn't care. I hit send, and I said, "Your search ends now." Because I didn't think they were even going to read it. They never did before. They read it. They called me up. I went and I did the competition, and I won. I won myself a small little TV, 14-inch. I won myself a Samsung phone, small those days. And they told me, "We'll train you for about a month on the graveyard shift." Graveyard means that you're at work from about midnight to 5 a.m. Nobody hears you, right? So I was there. Again, my parents are going, "Oh, Lord, why did we do this?" In the midst of all that, I've made it to somewhere. I'm happy. My contract is on hold for a moment at Mediva. No problem, do this. I had bought myself my first car in the midst of all that. My little red Mini. Yes, Mini Cooper, the old one, with 2 white stripes. My mother hated that car. You see, I bought it for 150,000 shillings. And then, no speedometer worked, nothing. Nothing on the dashboard worked. So this was me checking my fuel. I had a stick. So I open the tank, I put the stick in, and then I say, itanifikisha Karen, itanifikisha industry area. We're sawa. That was my car. My mom used to say, why did your brothers let you back this car? It leaks on my parking lot, oil everywhere, wasting money. I'm thinking, moving from point A to B, until you're on a hill, following a tanker of water, and then the brakes, balance, nothing. So if by chance I'm carrying people in the car, them jump out, hold the car, we're moving, hold the car. So they come out and they hold the car. We wait until the trailer moves, then they push a bit, and then hopefully, we go. Not to mention the smoking. I mean, I never knew, by that time, I never knew that a car needed anything more than fuel. Because I'd never bothered to check with my parents. All I knew is that when you skive the car, Mom and Dad are not here. When you skive the car, you put 2 sock and you go. You're fine. That time 200 would get us to Carnival and back to Westlands, by the way. And you're fine, you're good. So here I was learning how to take care of an old car without the help of my mom and dad. They're just saying, this is nonsense. I know we told you that if you want to do this, you have to have your own things. Our money is our money. You go make yours. But it wasn't working. So I did my 2 months with Capital. That ended. And there I was saying, okay, so now you really don't have a job. What happens now? And then they call me back and say, come and do this show. Come and do breakfast on Capital. We need you to work with Cess. I was like, oh my God. Right. Went to work with Cess. I knew her from before. But what you must understand is when that mic goes up, she don't know you. And you don't know her. It's a job. I found it really hard. But I did what I had to do. This journey seemed like it was starting to pick up, you know? I'm finally here, 5 years later. I'm where I need to be. I've been struggling. I've cut my hair because I can't manage, can't afford. I've been surviving on 2,000 bob and trying to save everything. I've been doing karaokes to make ends meet, working until 3 a.m., going back to Karen by 8 in the morning. And I was like, okay, we're here. We're good. This is good. This is working. And then they tell me, now, for us, this is not working. 3 months later, I said, what? I said, yeah, you know, we're thinking maybe you should just do weekend. Okay. I said, okay, fine. The dream is now collapsing. Okay, we're here, we're good. This is good. This is working. And then they tell me, now, for us, this is not working. 3 months later, I said, what? I said, yeah, you know, we're thinking maybe you should just do weekend. Okay. I said, okay, fine. The dream is now collapsing. Then I told myself, you know what? What's the worst could happen if you send your CV to the biggest radio station in the country? What would they do? They either say yes, or they say no. So I sent them my, this time trimmed down CV, and said, I'm looking to move. I've been doing this for 3 months. What do you think? And they said, okay, come in, let's see. I went in thinking, they gave me an interview, great. Then they tell me, now, we don't really have a radio position. We want you to do news. I was like, what is news? What? I can't be serious like that. It's not me. But you guys think I'm serious on the radio? I'm very unserious. But anyway, I got on and I had to learn how to do this thing called news. I had to learn sports. Didn't care. Had to learn. Because my shift would start at 3 a.m. I'm up to be in the office at 4 a.m. until 1 p.m. Doing something I don't know how to do. I was left in the deep end. I was told, Radul is going on leave, so In 2 weeks, you better know what you're doing. Bye. And that's where this radio journey started. Now, all this while, I'm there thinking I've copped it out. I know what I'm doing. I kind of have it on lockdown. Came the fans. Oh, you're too fat to be on radio, like you can see me. What's that about? Oh, you should. Oh, you're single. So? Oh, but there, still I'm single yet. I mean, it was so difficult to deal with these things. And the first instance was, I don't want to be out here. I'm never coming out of this place. I'm never, ever going any event. I'm never, ever. Then I said to myself, Kwani, they made me. See that guy up there? He had a plan. We can all be skinny. And I'm fine. Brothers, you can just me. I mean, it was a very hard place to have people write on your Facebook wall, to tweet you nasty things, and you wonder to yourself, what is it for? Then I learned the art of block, delete, erase, replace, finished. And life was good. Because then I'm like, I don't need negativity. I don't need negative energy. I don't need people who are judging me, and they don't know me. They don't know my journey. They don't know how hard I worked to get there. They don't know how I wanted this so bad that I had no choice but to be good at it. I prayed too hard to be taken back by people who don't know me. But you see, with every good thing comes something you call plateau. So I'm here, I'm doing this great show. You like the Russia with Shafi. Ooh, by the way, hey, before I forget, that was like painful. The minute I was told I'm doing a show with Shafi, my heart could not deal. You know what you guys hear and think is the best chemistry, you know, the way you guys really talk at each other. You guys are, I'm telling you, it was real hate, eh? I kid you not, it was real. I did not like his laid-back, relaxed, easy-go-lucky nature. He didn't like that I was serious and liked to plan. And everything was meticulous and had to work in a certain way. And I was his boss in charge of the studio as we're in there. I'm the anchor. So what would happen? I'd get angry that he's not moving as fast as I need him to move. And then he shuts down, like true men do. Now you know the show won't happen. Guess what? Me, I have targets, eh? So I have to think, hey, how are we going to learn this? If there's one thing that Shafi made me learn, is to be ready for a man, for marriage. Say hallelujah. Because I learned the power of, so what do you think we should do now? I was thinking this, but you, what do you think? Then he says, yeah, in fact, I think. Then he chooses the one you wanted. Like, do you know how hard it is to do that? Oh my goodness, married ladies, can I get an amen? It's hard. But I learned because for the good of the, as you would have it in your married home family, you must do what? Take back that step and just deal with him like the baby. Okay, I didn't say that. He is, but anyway. And learned that when he's angry or when he annoys me, not to shout at him because he'll shut down. I start 100, 99, 98. Are you okay, Carla? Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Let's just do this work. Are you sure you're okay? Yeah. Comes up. Okay, I'm sorry. Because it's not like he didn't know what he did. He knows. So that was the power of Shafi in my life. I am now ready for marriage, I say again. Yes. But the plateau hit. I wasn't getting promoted. Nothing was happening. I was bored. I was so bored. In my boredom, a discussion I had led me to realize that I was more than just this radio presenter I dreamed of being. I mean, you know when you dream about something so much that you finally get it and then you're like, now what? That's where I was. So I said, you know what? I got to do other things. Go back to what I used to love. What did I used to love? I used to love to act. And as a joke, I was talking to a friend who owns a production house, and I said, you're working on a new script. Mazay, you should write me in that story. I can do that. I don't know what she's writing. She said, yeah, actually, I have a part for you. That's how I did Mali. And it was like a burst of freshness, rejuvenated, and I was now giving something else my time, my talent. On doing that, I didn't even audition, but then she just took me. had to learn my lines. That wasn't easy. I did that, and then in the midst of all that, as always happens with me, when I start something, I take 27 of them at the same time, for some reason, and I panic, but I did. We decided to open a salon with my best friend because I would spend most of my days, this was my free time when I had nothing to do, in the salon, because that was the happiest place. I could now afford to make my hair, you know? So we said, why don't we start our own? And we did that. At the same time, I'm acting, so I'm trying to balance all these things, plus I'm balancing my show. And as fate would have it, because I love to sing, and I've always loved to sing, I sang other people's songs. I was then encouraged to get into a studio after much fighting. Sing your own songs. And I said, no, but you know, I've been singing other people's songs for so long. How do you sing yours? Now, how do you start to sing? Which way do you sing? Which is my sound? What's my... I didn't know. But I was pushed into a studio, and yes, the beauty is I loved it. So you ask yourself, how do you handle all these things? You're acting, you're on radio, you have a salon, you're singing, and you're doing a TV show now. How do you do it? It's called the power of allocation. See, I'm a planner. Tuesdays is for meetings at the salon. Monday, unaweza lala kama unajisikia ama unaweza andika wimbo. Hiyo ni sawa. Monday is neither here nor there. It's still on the weekend end. You know, Wednesday, I'm going to be on set. This day, I'm doing this. So everything, I kind of like schedule it, and it worked. And that's how I make my ends meet. But in all this, I mean, there's always going to be people throwing judgment at you. There's always going to be something that starts, you like it so much, and it ends. What next? But then, at the end of it all, the fight, the desire to keep you going. When you want something so bad, you put your mind to it, you'll get it. That, for me, is what made me. I am Kalecha Mumo, a media personality, a musician and entrepreneur, and this is my story.
Mama, yeah, 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 mama, yeah, 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 mama, yeah, 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 mama, yeah, yeah. Ever wondered why I was so guarded? Ni kwa sababu nilioamini walinicheza chenga. Ever asked yourself why I was so withdrawn? Ni kwa sababu niliowapenda kantesa tena na tena. But I found my faith, I found my strength, I found my way, and I can help but say, ooh, I'ma be okay, I'ma be all good, not gonna pray. Ever wondered why I was so down? Ni kwa sababu kuendelea kwangu kwaleta teta. Ever asked yourself why I was so cold? Ni kwa sababu siri zangu ulizitangaza. But I found my faith, I found my strength, I found my way, and I can't help but say, ooh, I'ma be okay, I'ma be all good, I'm not gonna pray. Newe sithi andu twima utha ukianea uituma ndo aikwa nangia sietwa uikwata wea maitata kwa nangia uikwata mume aikoma na ndo yaku lakini we jichunge ya la 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 jikinge ya la 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 all right now. Okay, this is what we're gonna do now. You've heard the song, right? Do you think you can sing this with me? Oh, you don't sound so convincing. What's wrong with you? It's easy, I'll teach you. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this side. Yeah, 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 mommy, yeah, yeah, sing it.
too high. Okay.
Yeah, 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 mommy, yeah, yeah.
Okay, now you hold on because you're going to compete with them. If that's all you've got, sorry, maybe I have gifts. You never know.
Yeah, 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 mama, yeah, yeah.
Louder, y'all. Again.
Yeah, 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 mama, yeah, yeah.
So now you're competing. So if you don't do this right, no gifts for nobody. Okay? So are you guys ready? You have to beat them, eh? Let's do this.
Yeah, 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 mama, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 mama, yeah, yeah.
All right, that's what they got.
Yeah, 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 mama, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 mama, yeah, yeah.
All together now.
Yeah, 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 mama, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 mama, yeah. I'ma be okay. Yeah, yeah, mama, yeah. I'ma be okay. Yeah, mama, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 mama, yeah.
Thank you very much.